You add your flowers, you add your lines. You know, it's like hearts, triangles, like circles. And really, like when you get together, yeah, so Anthony.
That's Lee Anthony.
Lee Anthony.
Let's see, you got it.
Lee Anthony. Not just Anthony, Lee Anthony.
Can I grab you ladies anything to drink?
I like to have coffee, hot and fresh.
Gotcha.
It's nice water.
That's what I'm coming right to.
Okay. And it's very good that I create, and you know what? You will see the humanity. This is so cool. You don't have to be have a journal, which is my idea. But the thing is, see how different you can do. Like this one the same. I mean, let's say this one. This one. Oh no, wait. I took a picture of it. But no, there's different. See, this is circle, this is something else. So the really, I'm going to show you something else. Like before I did this, it's just a drawing like that. Just a drawing like this, you know, with some circles and triangles like this, but they all meaningful. They all have meaning. See, triangles mean one thing, this means another thing, so you basically write it down. And this is a proven method, like to work with your subconscious, you know. So this is kind of and I put the things up. I just share. So how much are the journals? The journals $27. I'll talk about this later. You know, I'll cut my offer. But I really want to make it big as a networking. Because someone inspired, ooh, you can Google. Because we're going to Google. And I will talk about like, ooh, you can Google and you can think about your project, your future, like planning out. And really, like, if you have ambitions, what do you do? No, we all do. Elaine, we all do. I was like, isn't that kind of the human condition? No, it's okay. You know, we all do these challenges, but when you know how to talk to your own child, this little grow and come down, right? Yeah. So one second, I will put pens for everybody and I don't know how many girls will come, but I expect at least 8 people. In a way, I will show you something. Now you can, you know where I live. I want to sound more like, I need those pants. Like, they're really cool. And they're usually at a table, you know, when people play them. Yes. Yeah. cheating time when I get coffee. Cheating,
Yeah, me too. Get up.
At home, I try not to drink coffee. I mean, I don't drink coffee at home.
Have a cup of coffee in the morning and then at night, which just sounds weird, but.
Yeah, I know.
But,
Sometimes
yeah, I do like, I have like a meditation time, I do meditation, and I have books I read, and I journal, and then I work out, and then I get on with my day. And everything seems to work out, even with all the challenges.
thank you so much for sharing. I had no idea. You know, I live with my boyfriend.
No, that's what I think it drew me to you, is because I saw such positive energy in you. And that's what I want, you know, I want to be a strong, powerful woman. I don't want to be, you know, a whiner, complainer, blah, whatever. I'm not that kind of person, I'm a creative person, but I'm living with someone who's pulling me down, and I don't want to be pulled down. Whatever his problem is, he needs to figure that out. You know, take me down with him. And that's what's happening. And I'm over it, totally over it. So I spend time in meditation and I ask for direction. My higher power always talks to me and says, this is what you need to do.
You know what's the great thing? You're in a great health. You got kids.
And I spend time in gratitude.
Yes.
Like, look at all the great things around my life. That's what I want. I want to feel joy and gratitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And I have like wonderful kids. They've come a long way, especially my son.
This is your, both of your kids?
No.
Yours? Perfect.
Yeah, you know, we never had children together. He's the only child. His
How long have you been with them?
20 years.
Wow. It's a long time.
Yeah, we created, you know, this business together, and I think I was hanging on because of that. And I went on a business trip with him last week, and it went really, really bad. And I realized it's not there. We need to move forward. Like, you can't be in business with him. His disease is getting worse and worse, to the point where I can't function. I'm like, I don't want my name on stuff with him. He's always someone that's wealthy.
Good thing you protect yourself with the assets.
That's what I'm doing right now.
This is very smart.
Yeah.
We need to be smart like that.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, you know,
Because it's
I'm gonna figure that.
you were the one who will take care of his mom, like you said.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I'm doing this. And the thing is, I'm trying to do it in a space of being loving and kind and not walking around angry or bitter about it. So I have a meditation practice that helps me with that, and also I know how to redirect my thoughts so that when those thoughts come in, I know how to change them so I'm not dwelling on it. And I have a good support system of people that are dealing with the same kind of problems that have overcome them, so that I can call them if I need to, like, talk things through or get advice on how they handle it. And so I've worked really hard the last 5 years to get me to this point. Because, yeah, I thought I'd pull out of it, especially like a couple of years ago. And it's just gotten worse. And worse. And I deserve better. People need to take care of themselves. And I lost my first marriage from addiction. And
You see, you try to be nice, you try to be like, sometimes it was your space and you try to work it out. I understand. I was in a relationship. It was my husband, ex-husband. So now I live with my boyfriend for 30 years. So in my relationship, you know what, he was always keep telling me, I will die, so negative, always sick, always my fault, it's always my fault. I'm like, you know, I do my best, and then like, I said, you know what, I'm really not. Because I said, we need to do it. I don't want to see you bad in my family, right? Because you just blame on me this, I'm not good enough. Okay, and he one who always like trying to tell me, we need to divorce because we got married, I have three kids. My husband, father, and my kids, he was cars. So when we got together with my second husband, my youngest one was 4 years old. And when my husband passed away, he was 1 year. So for 3 years, like, I couldn't really be with anybody. I mean, not like I couldn't. I'm like, who want me? I have 3 kids. I was like working like crazy. And then,
were you working as a psychologist then, or what?
no, cleaning up houses.
Oh, you were taking those.
And then I was taking care of disabled people, you know, and try to make living. I had no English. That was crazy. And then, can you imagine? So, and when my ex-husband, he kept telling me, oh, we will take care of you like I do. You have 3 kids, you do nothing, I'm everything, and see, because of you, I have no life. You know what? I said, you know what? Go. Let's go. I pay for divorce. Something like that. You know? Because we had nothing to speak.
How did you meet him?
In the grocery store, my car was broke down. You know? And then my car was broke down with this. It was in Chicago. And I was like, I was staying in line with him. So, and my youngest son was, you know, everybody laughed, you know, because he just tried to talk. He's like, you know, 4 years old, you know, and it was a Russian store in Chicago. And he's like, so I check out, and I cannot start the car. And then he come out, and his car was next to mine, so he came to help me out. Help me out start the car. He's wonderful. But since he was like, you know, never having kids, I understand him. I said, I understand, let's do it. I understand you don't need my kids. I understand, like, you know, you don't have to take care of my kids. You know, but I don't want to hear this all the time, that it's my fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's.
Why would you have me as a, like, pillow you punch all the time? Just go. I'm fine. You know, I was fine before. I should be fine. Yeah, he helped me a lot. You know, he helped me to go through the school with, and I didn't do psychology, but I did like past life regression, yoga. Just now I stay away from yoga. I learned so much about vibration and all these teachings. You have to be very aware. I don't even go to yoga classes because it depends what person was brainwashed. And I started to become very aware. You will see why.
Yeah, I felt the same way. My teacher took a private yoga class, and I really liked her. You're right. I'm very aware of all that stuff. You know, that I grew up
you really protect yourself. Because subconsciously, our subconscious like catch yourself.
Yeah.
You know, our subconscious, like, let's say, one woman really wanted to do reading for me. I said, I don't want to do reading. When she physically sick,
Yeah.
and when the person physically sick, you don't want to be like under, I understand she comes from hearings and she help other people. But in my world, I am aware. It's just my mental. Like what I do now, what I teach, I really feel it. And I'm healthy, like, in my mind. And whatever I talk about, it's very, very careful. I'm very, like, really choosy of the information I give. Because I do it like I do it to myself.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like I refuse to watch the news, any news, for violence and for violence. And my husband, while he's in this state of mind, that's the first thing he wants to do is tell me about the violence and crap on the news. As soon as I stand in the kitchen or talking, I have to tell him, don't tell me that. Do not tell me that. Yeah. I said, if you're going to tell me something in the news, like a positive story, you can possibly find anything like that.
Yes.
You know, I'm like, I don't want to hear it because it's the same thing, but a different day. But I feel like I have to protect myself, so I do, you know, I do have rituals I do to protect myself, my energy, and I have to be really careful because I get really depleted, especially around Scott. And I really had an aha moment where I saw what he's doing as a real negative spirit. And I don't want that in my house, so I have my little room and smudge. That's a perfect God's love to bring a resolution to this. So I do love him. I just love him so much. And I couldn't say that. But I have a very similar, although I spoke the language, but I came, you know, I was with somebody and 3 kids. He became a hardcore addict going into Vegas. We were very religious. So losing, you know, living in such extreme lifestyles, I just thought it was. And then I found a spiritual path. I met Scott at the gas station in Martin. And he was so positive, friendly, and upbeat. And I think that's probably, we are very good creatively together, but as time has gone on, it's gotten more addiction, which I didn't even see, because I thought, it's part of our business. We write about restaurants, we write about, you know, restaurants. We do these trips around the world. Top chefs, we write about restaurants, we do this together, we travel the world because of it. And so it created this huge thing, us together. And it's been great, but in the meantime, he's been drinking more and more and more to the point where now he barely eats. He's barely taking care of himself. He weighs, I saw, he did a medical report 2 years ago, he weighed 105 pounds then. He probably weighs 80 pounds. So he's killing himself. And yourself. Yeah, so I'm trying to be careful with my energy, so I decided I've been trying to just leave. Like, I went to Texas, came back, and I had to do this business trip with him, came back, and then after a few days, I felt my energy was being depleted to the point of, sleep. And that's what he was doing. He was drinking and sleeping and drinking. And I died. So I called my son and said, no, I'm just praying, I love you, I have you. And I'm like, okay. So I go to the trip, I'm leaving. Like to be in that same.
And his mother be here?
She was in Florida. But she has a full-time caregiver. And she's still in her home. But she's gotten so bad at her house first. That he's telling me that there's the woman that's taking care of. So, and he refuses to go see her either. So this is all what he's telling me. So what's going on? Except for the legal paperwork. And I'm like, she's got these people taking care of her, but the woman that's taking care of her is going to open a facility, a care facility. And she's going through the state testing. This is what's happening. Every time I ask him, when she passed her test, he's always like, oh, you know, it takes forever to get, I'm like, okay, this has been going on for like a year. There's like nothing you've done, except he's always on the phone with these people, and he's like, she's really out of it, and she's, you know, trying to do this, and I'm like, I mean, when I'm on, I'm going, like, I would go make sure she's okay. I would, but he doesn't want to see her. He doesn't want anything to do with her. And he has an aunt there, and she doesn't want anything to do with her either. So I'm like, well, all we can do is keep throwing money at it, you know. She's got plenty of money, so that's taken care of. But that's not my problem. That's his mom. I'm like, that's your mom. But I told him I'm willing to help you if you want me in, but you won't let me in. So that's up to you. But I need to know if anything happens to you that I can step in and help him out. So that's what I'm doing right now. Because it's in a, you know, it's in a family trust. And I don't think we have a trust. That was going to keep us down. I'm like, yeah, but if that happens, because well, you just automatically would take over because you're married. I said, that's not true. I know that. Like, it could go to probate because I'm not on the trust. And then you got to deal with the government. I said, I'm not doing that. So that's
But
what
if
we're
on
at.
paper, it's much easier, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody yet?
Nobody yet?
No.
It's okay. They're on the way.
Oh, no. So that's where I'm at. I'm just trying to put my life together. And I created a whole, like, website. I think I told you my art and stuff. And I haven't been able to do any of it. Like, I'm just sitting there. But I'm painting every night. I'm painting. I'm taking a drawing course on studying this drawing method right now. Because that's what I'm going to do, is use my art and use it as a vehicle to bring peace into the world and love. That's also how I feel about it. Because I always felt like I was to be an artist ever since I was a kid. And I grew up with, my dad was a really bad alcoholic. And he was brutal, like, emotionally. He didn't, at the end, he tried to beat me. I lied, like when I was a teenager. But he never, they got mentally abused, and he always tried to abuse my mother mentally, emotionally, sexually, physically, in front of us. And it took a big toll on me. So I tried to really be screwed. Thank you. Protect him from it. And it happened all over again. I married somebody, and as soon as we left,
You know what?
I think I told you
You
this
love your
story.
father so much.
Yeah,
You do. Like, we're all kids.
he's dead.
Like, we still have your mama, because your mama. We do. And you know what happened? I'm going to be smart. Listen, we have Papa and Mom. But we love our parents so much, we try to reflect on those parents. And what you see now it happen. It's just a big lot that if it's really attracting something similar, so you feel love.
Yeah.
You feel like in a child who's like feel kind of little abused, feel little bit neglected.
Yeah.
But see, it's a game.
Yeah.
It's a mind game. Like on TV, you see, life's supposed to be this,
Right?
but we don't have this chip. We don't have this antenna. We have antenna for something negative. And we have tears, but deep inside, it's tears of love to your parents. Love to your, how you experience love. Because my brother was, we don't have anything like that, but my brother would like yell and would like, we've been good friends, but like strict, okay? And for me, if I'm strict with my kids, I think I love them.
Right.
And my kids are like, oh, why are you so loud? You don't have to. I'm like, I don't like, I'm doing good. But you see, I'm tired. So it's okay. You know, it's okay. It's just a part of you that you start to realize, wow, I love you so much. And I need only love. But everything else, all this addictions around me, I don't have to breathe. I can let it go. And you know, more blessings yet. You come back to me. Because you just said, it's okay. It's no problem. It's just a little thing that we all go through. My father, you know, in the end, he didn't drink or anything, but when he divorced my mom, he actually passed away last year. He was drinking. And I talked to him and he said, you go up, I'm hearing you. I cannot find a woman, and I found a girl who's drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's okay. And it's like, and sometimes I'm looking in, in the water with the study and stuff. Don't be upset if you go and create your own because your family is your independent. He just didn't know how to handle you. He didn't know how to handle your mom.
No, not
Because he had his own inside his body.
Wow, I don't know. I might have worked
Okay?
I don't know. I'm gonna start the process.
We're going to spend some time together anyway, but you know what? This is sad that people don't come up. I make class for you. You know, it's 11:36, nobody here. You want to order first? Do you want to order first? So I can teach you a class? Nobody here. Since 10:30.
Yeah, go ahead, let's do it. That's my year.
So you order and I start to tell you whole class. Len, I go pee quickly, okay?
you like to get some food?
Yes. I'm just gonna do the classic scrambled eggs and
Potatoes okay?
yeah.
Bacon sausage at all?
No.
Bacon.
Thank you.
Potatoes? Mashed potatoes?
Let's do this. Private class, woo! Oh my God. Remember I said, can I have a private class?
You know what?
How funny is this?
I need to brainstorm with you because last time I had quite a few people. I will record myself talking to you. Hey guys. So I'll explain to you something very interesting from my perspective. You and me here, we will talk.
Yeah.
So here is very interesting. So here I so so I just want, that's how I started.
Can you turn the bird off?
You don't want it? Oh, sorry.
I mean, it was okay, but now that we're talking,
Yeah,
You know.
for sure.
it's a little
Yeah,
too
fine.
much.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Turn the bird off.
Don't burn off.
The bird's good.
So you know what? I'm talking about. So I record myself. Hi guys, I'm Tika. So we need to really calm down to be connected with ourselves. And how we connected with ourselves? When we focus on ourselves, right? When we focus on our nervous system, I will do whole class week. If you don't mind,
Oh no, this is what I'm here for, anything to help me
I'm
calm
glad.
down my nervous system
yeah.
without drugs or alcohol.
So now you can kind of disconnect from all world and whatever is going on around you. It's just some kind of noise that we are emitted outside. And we don't think that whatever vibration we're on, it's really get out from us. So this is what I usually ask people. Ask for protection, your whatever you believe, whatever your powers you believe in. Because it's important, everybody different. Let's say I just find out archangels and angels, it's something, it can be also negative. You never know, right? But whatever you believe, what is your insights, right?
Right.
And that's what I come up with. For your own protection, before consume any information consciously or unconsciously, say it in your mind. My conscious, my subconscious, my body, my freedom, and my willpower are untouchable. I'm turned up to execute information. I'm ready to process and accept the message only for my higher benefits. It is done. I think this is say a lot because this way it's your subconscious really filter, really start to thinking, this is good for me, this is not good for me.
Right.
I'm not telling you, turn off and listen to your angels. You know what? You never know. So I just want to be careful with it. Anyway, so, and now, I want to talk about you will never get what you don't ask for. And this is true. What we are, since we're little kids, we usually, what we learn to do? Give me. Right? Well, what kids learn first?
Yeah.
We as a parent, we teach our kids, ask. Ask right. Say please. And like come and ask, like not demanding, but ask nicely, okay? So in this is like this, so see this picture? This girl reaching out, and this is face in the sky. So this is you and me, you know? So she's like asking, like, listen, what if it's possible? Like little Elaine, stay inside of you and say, what if it's possible for me? I want it. And what you get immediately? Response. Immediately you get this response. And listen, whatever we think, our vibrations start to going on, like our thoughts have a vibration, have an energy. First it's untouchable, but then we make it touchable. I mean, tangible. So this is how our brain works, right? And you know, Elaine, you won't believe it. Last time, I had about 10 people here.
Well, I believe it.
I mean,
No, I understand. I've had this happen to me over and over again.
You know, I had a
I
great
have one
class.
person, then I have 15 people, then I have one person, then I have 15 people.
Yeah, and you know, when I can, I record it. And I feel like when I go out and to networking, I have more like people. And last week, I was texting. I tell you more, my boyfriend doesn't work right now. So he have some issues, and so he's traveling, and I was like basically carrying him, like pushing him, we don't go anywhere. Okay, I tell you later.
Alright.
So here's how our brain works. Okay, it's just they have energy, but here what I want you to listen. This is very cool video. I play it all the time. So listen, when the sperm meet their egg, light appear. I don't know if you know that, but it's scientifically proven. When it happens, so some kind of energy appear. And listen.
Stick around if you want me to blow your mind. Hue, man. Hue means an attribute of a color. Color is light. We are light manifested into physical form. If you know anything about electromagnetism, you know these mini torus fields create reality. They are the true atoms. Each torus field is one unit of light. So then you go to Genesis and look at what the first thing ever created was. Let there be light. Genesis 1:3. John 1:5. God is light. So this means atoms are one unit of light. And these atoms create everything. This means everything is God. You are God. And everything you see around you is God. We live inside of the mind of God. So God, Allah, and Elohim all add up to 26 or 62. Add that together, that is 8. Symbol for the 8 comes from the torus field. Everything is infinite, everything is light, everything is God. There is no God outside of you, and we will need to manifest the God mind because we are all God. And this is why the Bible says, ye are gods, you are all sons of the Most High. We are microcosms of the macrocosm.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. Well, I believe it.
So we are human. We are like human man. Okay. So and that's why it's come up to the point when behind each door we have opportunities and possibilities instead of being like trapped in one choices. We actually have these opportunities everywhere.
Right.
Right? So, okay. And I'm talking about this because I create meditative art. I mean, this is my class, you know, and I was studying past life and emotional image practitioner and progressive guide and personal, and now I call myself, you know, creative coach. I think it's pretty cool because I make you to create. Okay, so we will talk about vibration, parallel reality, inner child, inner parent, inner goddess, and unique method of drawing. And I'm not going to give you a special offer because you are my only special. So, anyway, so here you go. I will talk to your inner child. your little inner girl. Like we born into society, like see the layers in the onion, so basically in structure of beliefs. That's how we born into something that our parents make us believe first. And we may believe our kids too, right, even unknowingly, because to try to fit into society, right?
Right.
Because like, you know, I remember how I talk to my kids, like, oh, be quiet, don't say this and don't say that. When my youngest son came from playground and he started to swear, I said, listen, I'm gonna wash your mouth with the soap. Oh my God, it was the most terrifying thing ever. I'm like, he's like, no. So anyway, and we have inside of us adoptive child and free child. So free child, pretty much it's like child who is like creative and free and happy and just like like a free child. But what is adoptive child? It's like when we try to adopt. I remember, and I tell this example all the time, when I was so happy, came home, and I'm not sure why, but it was like my mom in the room, like my father and somebody else, and they sat, and my mom said, be quiet, see? We sat here. And I'm like, but I'm so excited, I want to share with her. And she's like, you be quiet, I tell you, be quiet, you need to act a certain way, then I love you. Right. You know what I mean? So, and we choose love over we don't choose ourselves anymore. We want to win the love from parents, we want to win the love from, and then we learn to win the love from other people who is around us.
Right.
So that's why we try to be so good and nice to other people without even thinking. We choose other people. So, and then also we build up, since we grow up, who is talking to us? Our inner parent.
Yeah.
And sometimes your inner parent say, oh, you're such a good girl, Elena. You're such a good girl. You meditate today. I don't know, you went to work out. It's such a nice parent inside of us, right?
Right.
But inner parent negative would say, you miss again, you late again, why you did it again?
Right.
So it's like that inner parent who's like, keeps stabbing the inner child. So it's nice to have nurturing inner parent, like very understanding and caring, when then our inner child really grow and expand, and we become like so. We can go make money easily, we can make friends easy, because we feel so protected and free. But it's not always the case, right? So what we need to came here for, right? Find our inner goddess. Because behind all this stuff, when you like that bigger yourself, like when you grow up and you want to be a woman who's like, you know, like very happy and have everything you want, this is still inside of you. But since suppressive, like inner parent and inner child, they really lower vibration of ourselves, right? Then our inner goddess just staying and waiting till, like, you know, you come to senses, right? So here is another video. What is God? Explained by children. Listen up.
It doesn't speak English, it speaks frequency. And this is the most honest language in the world. Think about it. If you say something in a language, you may doubt it inside of you, or you can even lie to yourself. Frequency doesn't lie. If your thoughts, mind, and desires are not aligned, you may not reach that frequency.
So God is an energy that is used to create something. So you know souls, right? Souls have the God energy in them. Okay. So let's say you took away the God energy from anything. Or just become nothing. Feel. It's feel. That's fascinating. You can't ask it stuff. You can't create it. You can? Yeah, you can. You can. So if someone doesn't believe in God, then I guess you don't believe in yourself, because basically every single living thing, and not even living thing, every single atom, every single
That's what we think about ourselves, right, on the top, but we are actually energy. Like when I met you first, you were such a like sunshine, you know. Even like really, you're so sweet. You're so like happy. You smile. Like I drawn to you, and you said I want to be in the classes. I'm like, you know, like you're such a sweet lady. Really, because like we feel each other.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't want to come close to that person. You cannot explain why.
Yep.
You like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be there. Because we all feel. We have this inside. So, and we have a key. Because like our senses, this is a very interesting video about heart. Listen up.
Access the intelligence of the heart so we can make better choices in the moment and really navigate these stressful times. What we hear from people across the world, across all professions, is that stress, anxiety, and overwhelm are really out of hand. And a lot of this is due to so much change that's happening. And the way our brains work, we don't like change. Humans do not like change, especially unexpected changes, but change that we're not in control of. As it turns out, one of the most effective ways to really reduce stress and anxiety, and even feelings of overwhelm, is to learn how to access the intelligence of the heart and shift the rhythms of the heart, which sends a different neural message to the brain. So a lot of people, probably even today, if you think about it, have had a situation where you were being told to do something or you wanted something, but there was a deeper sense or a deeper feeling that it's probably not the best choice. That's what I mean by that lack of alignment. And that can really be a huge source of stress for people until they learn how to really get the alignment between the heart and brain, which is where coherence comes in. That's when the heart, mind, and emotions are aligned and working together harmoniously. Interestingly, a lot of people are surprised to learn that the heart sends more information through the nervous system to the brain than the other way around. And that sounds like some new discovery, but it's not. This has actually been known since the late 1800s. It's basic physiology. But this is important because the quality of these signals sent from the heart to the brain have profound effects on brain function, our mental clarity, even our emotional experience. So the brain is largely interpreting the signals from the heart to create how we feel. So this is why we focus on the heart so much, because if you can shift the rhythms of the heart, you can quickly improve brain function, reduce feelings of anxiety, stress, overwhelm, and so on. But it takes a different doorway, the heart. To shift the rhythms of the heart, which changes the ascending information from the heart to the brain, which is absolutely necessary in order to establish a baseline. And without establishing a new baseline, we really can't, it's impossible to have sustained change or improvements in our health and our emotional experience. So when we get our systems coherent and have the alignment between heart and brain, that's really when we access that deeper intuition that we have within, inner guidance. So we have a new sense of clarity in a lot of decisions that can seem complex otherwise.
Very interesting, isn't it? This you can find on YouTube. That calls heart math.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I've never really looked into their website or anything, but I have heard about it.
Mm-hmm. You know, this is all like our intuition, really.
Yeah.
And who is connected to our intuition? Our heart. So whatever you do, if it's resonant with your heart, just do it. Mm-hmm. Because like when we listen to our heart, we listen to our intuition. You know what? Oh, sorry, this is my alarm. Sorry. So this is really what connecting us to true self. And when we are true to ourselves, magic happens. Mm-hmm. Because you start to vibrate in a different vibration. I always show this picture. Look at this. This is our nervous system. Ooh. Right? Look how beautiful. Look at these eyes. Look at these beautiful eyes. I'm like, oh, I love that. But really, when we vibrate, then our vibration, okay, we expand our comfort zone much easier. But when we like this,
trying to protect.
Yeah, so nothing happened to us.
Right.
Universe react on your vibration, and you say, when you say, you know what, enough is enough. I vibrate high now.
Yeah.
And what the universe tell you? Oh, catch your vibration. Here you are. More for you, Elaine. That's
Yeah.
what to you,
Right.
right? Because you start to say, you know what? I'm okay. I know I backed up. I know this like invisible forces hold me back. You protected. You protected from very beginning. So, and here you go. You know, this is our nervous system. And we have the key. We do have the key. And this is like our connection, our like nervous system, our thinking, and it's all tell you. Here is another quote of mine. I searched for God and I found only myself. I searched for myself and I found only God. Interesting, huh?
That is interesting.
It's nobody around. It's just you. And also in the Bible, Jesus said, I truly tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. We have this heaven now.
Right.
It's like this little child, you know what I mean? If we turn on this little child within and be curious again, we get this energy, we get this urge, we get this creativity, which is like when we creative and like this, what universe? Universe give you what you're asking for. Period. And the universe step in towards you because you say, you know what, I'm curious. I'm moving to Texas. Give it to me.
Because I want to be with my 8-year-old grandson.
Yes.
That's what I'm going. So
And
he's
you
like, can't wait. Grandma, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? And then you get all this
I was just
blessings.
thinking about it. I was thinking of all the fun we're going to have.
Yes, that's beautiful. And see how much you can give him. How much
How much
energy
he gives
you
me,
can.
like,
Exactly. And all this connection. You know what? It's all perfect. When you keep telling yourself, it's all perfect. It's always worked out for me. And what happens is your neurons agree with you because when you keep building this map, your nervous system starts to agree. Your nervous system, really? Is it possible for me? Because what's stopping you? Some kind of fear, right? Like it's a nervous system trying to protect you or keep you in safety, even though this safety may be not safe. You know what I mean? But it's familiar.
Yeah, familiar. That's
Yeah.
the word.
Mhm. Okay, so it's like this little girl, you know what? She connected with herself. That's what we need to learn to be. Look, connect with yourself. And when she's like this, I bet when her mama called her over, she might be not even here. Because she's so much into her world. You know what I mean? So she's like, she's there, she's creating, she has these pictures in her mind.
Yeah.
Okay, it's break time.
Break time.
Okay, next, since we're just using
Stand up for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I love all this stuff. I've been studying this for a long time. And I taught kids. I taught hundreds of kids. I love teaching children.
Does it
And,
resonate with you what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I love being around my grandsons.
Maybe you can create some kind of class like this, since you already teach the kids. You know, something on this level.
I did art. I taught art for hundreds of kids. So I went and started teaching adults. It was okay. It was more fun with kids because they're more open. Adults have so many. Like I had one friend who wouldn't even come to my class because an art teacher told her years ago she was no good. And she could not get past that belief at all to even walk into my class, which really hurt my feelings. But I felt even worse for her because she was still hanging on to those beliefs that she wasn't good enough.
Look, you did what you can.
I did what I could, and
You don't.
but I did show her pictures of all the fun we had.
And then better she remembered you, you know.
And yeah, so I don't know. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm just taking, one thing at a time.
I just see you have a great future.
I think I have. a great
Yeah.
future, absolutely.
Because here you kind of stop, you try to help him, you know, you
Yeah,
try to
that's
like
just-
kind of survive. But what if something great and better waiting for you? Maybe that's why it's nobody here, just you and me. I'm here to inspire you, to like give you this fuel, so
I know, I was just thinking about Cooper, he's 8, and he's such a powerhouse, like he loves art. So when I go there, he's always like wanting to draw, or he does acting, and he dances, and he sings, and we sing, and we have fun, and we, you know, we make things
You need to
together.
make videos on that. People love to watch your natural state, your natural, like how you interact with your even grandson.
Yeah,
Maybe you and
absolutely.
him, you become
Yeah.
superstars. You know,
He
some-
could be a superstar, right? He's pretty funny. I can show you some videos of him dancing. I was like, wow.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm just feeling so much joy just talking about it and knowing how much they want me there too. Like how thrilled he is that I'm coming to his 8-year-old birthday pool party. The grandma's gonna show up. Ah! And we both love dinosaurs, so you know that's a big thing because I bought a Jurassic Park Jeep.
Oh wow.
So even though he doesn't live, he hasn't been able to be in the Jeep, but his brother came a couple weeks ago, my oldest grandson, and I got to take him out to Red Rock in my Jeep, and I took him hiking. He loved it, he didn't want to leave. So I'm like, I'm coming back, I'm coming to see you. He's all excited too. So I feel so much love coming
See
at
how
me.
much
And then I go into my own house and I feel total just death. And that is really horrible to live like that. Like, it is just.
You make a good decision, listen to your
So I'm
heart.
like, you know what?
See
I'm
how
gonna
much
go-
energy you have.
Yeah.
You smile, you
Yeah,
stand
I just
up.
like,
and just,
I like being there. I like being where I'm at right now. And they love having me there, of course. Wish they lived by the ocean, but they live in the middle of Texas. But you know what? I used to have like ideas about all that stuff, and I don't. I always feel like I had to work really hard to create my own sense of, I don't know, identity, worth. I know I got a career. But as time goes on and my kids have gotten more stable and my son is sober for the first time, like for a whole year now, and I helped him. Like I helped him move in his apartment like 3 weeks ago.
he lives here?
They all live in Texas.
Perfect.
And so I'm
Mom, I
really-
need to be there.
Yeah, so I'm going back there and I'm gonna stay with him in his new apartment and help him with my grandson. And so I feel so happy when I'm there now. And it took a long time to get there. A long time. But I don't feel happy with my current situation, so I have to figure it out. So I thought, what the heck, I'm gonna go look, I could go look for houses, I could go see what's available, I could, you know, like what's possible. And I believe the God in me will show me the way.
Do you know what's possible?
Yeah.
Journaling, create new connections, create and say, you know, blow up for yourself.
Yeah.
Dare to blow up for yourself.
Yeah.
Even like you blow up to the moon,
Uh-huh.
and then further, you land up somewhere in the middle, and it would be so amazing. You're like, oh my God, this is perfect spot for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's what we can do, because when you stretch your comfort zone,
Yeah.
even here,
Yeah.
you will become so great. See how you shine when you talk about your kids.
I know. Yeah.
And when we start to talk about, you feel
I
like
was,
you know.
yeah, because I just left a whole thing going on, you know, with that energy, and then driving over here, and I didn't know where it was or anything, and I felt, you know, I did. I felt a little shaken up. But now that I'm talking about this is one of my favorite things to talk about,
Yes.
and also things that really make me happy.
Yes. I really believe you don't wait any longer. Do it quick. Jump on Scott. Say, Scott, I need a finish such and such.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as it's possible.
Yeah.
And try to clean up as much as you can now.
Yeah,
Before
that's
you
what
go.
I'm doing. I'm trying to get everything in order.
Yeah, before you go, because when you go and come back, it might be different. Don't do it. Do it now while you have this energy.
I am.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing that. Because you need to shine. You're a beautiful woman. And you're so talented. Look at you. Look at you. You know, you're meant to like shine and talk and, you know, and give this sparkle to others.
Absolutely.
And you already
That's
teach
what I like.
before.
Yes.
Not everybody can teach.
I know.
I've been waiting till I'm 50.
Yeah.
I always wanted, but something holding me back.
Mm.
We need to get this power back.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
teaching-
gives you more energy, more
Yeah.
more life.
Well, you know, I had the outlet. I was teaching the painting class, and then everything fell apart with Scott, and he's part of that. And all of a sudden, I didn't have any, like, I don't have any more, I don't have the place I used to teach. It's gone.
You know why? Because you're meant to be in Texas. Period. Here, he's not gonna give you that, you know, you go, start from scratch, and nobody gonna tell you, oh, you know what? It's all because of me. It's all, like, you know, I bet he probably tried to get some benefits. Anything he does in your life, he would say, like, you know, it's because of me, because I did that. Sometimes people try to blame. I mean, I had
I
it.
think it's more that he believes it's because of us together. Which I do believe that on some level, that yeah, we created this whole thing together, we did it together. However, throughout the whole time we've been doing this, I was always the one taking the lead, always the one initiating everything, always the one actually came up with the ideas, that started the whole thing with the painting classes, with like I'm the one like I'll just do it, like let's do this, and he's good at organizing, like kind of like a secretarial kind of person, you know, like he can organize and email and get things organized, which is great, and I appreciate that. But as far as the actual creativity and products and the writing and all that, I've done probably 90% of it. And people, you know, they really, really like what I've done. And I've gotten to the highest levels of writing. With being in all kinds of magazines, and like I was just in New Orleans with the best chefs in the world. I interviewed them. I was with the highest levels of government, and I did that. You know, I did that. Scott helped arrange it, but I was in those rooms talking to people, interviewing people, and I felt so proud of myself. And I thought, this is who I am, you know, because people they wanted me to go off and do stuff with them, you know, like different people, and Scott just sat in a chair, like he did nothing. And he got really, really drunk and just did nothing. And I'm like, I can't be with someone like that. I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm not. Because I have to be me. I have to be me. I can't be over there trying to like, oh, I gotta help you, you're sick. You know, like, no. You're a grown ass man. Get help. No, there's help out there. So that's where I'm at. I'm like, I don't want to go live my life. I want to go live
It's taking
my life.
toll on you,
It's taking a toll.
and your inner little girl not happy because
little girl's
she
like,
wants. Yeah. No
She-
more.
I'm like, oh, I gotta go out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
I'm
So, okay.
I'm so glad you're inspired. I'm so glad you're moving forward. It's
I
awesome.
am.
Okay, so a new symbology program your reality for your successful future. Let's see. This is also a little video, 3-minute video, and this is talk about
The brain consists of billions of neurons that are connected by synapses, and these connections are continually being modified and strengthened or weakened based on the experiences a person has. Synaptic plasticity is facilitated by several molecular and cellular processes, including changes in the expression of genes, the formation of new synapses, and the modification of existing ones. In contrast, developmental plasticity refers to changes in the brain that occur during early development and shape the brain's structure and function. Neurorehabilitation aims to promote recovery by harnessing the brain's capacity for plasticity and creating new neural pathways to compensate for the lost function. Neurographic art is a form of art therapy that is based on the principles of neuroplasticity. It was developed by Russian psychologist Pavel Piskarev and is designed to help individuals tap into their creativity and promote the brain's capacity for plasticity. The technique involves drawing neurolines that create abstract shapes and patterns, and then all sharp corners will be rounded off. The rounding off of corners and smoothing out the lines allow energy to flow, like feng shui. The psychology behind rounded corners is rooted in the way our brain processes visual information. Rounded corners are easier on the eyes and the brain because they require less cognitive load to process. Our eyes are naturally accustomed to curves, and rounded corners allow for a smooth transition of visual information, while sharp corners can be jarring and disrupt the flow of visual perception. Rounded corners are also associated with feelings of warmth, trust, and safety. They do not evoke the same sense of caution or danger that sharp corners do. In art therapy, round corners can create a sense of safety, which can be particularly beneficial for individuals who have experienced trauma or are dealing with mental health issues. Additionally, rounded corners are often used in design and architecture to create a more welcoming and approachable environment. They are used in baby-proofing, to make sharp edges safe, and even in nature, where everything is round and organic. The act of smoothing out sharp angles in the drawing process serves as a metaphor for addressing and resolving personal problems in life, making the path forward smoother and less burdensome. As you round off the corners in your drawing, you may notice a decrease in stress and an increased sense of ease from your subconscious. This state of relaxation is thought to enhance the brain's capacity for plasticity and increase the likelihood of creating new neural connections. Several studies, like a study conducted by researchers at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, as well as by researchers at the University of Wisconsin, found that participants who engaged in neurographic art showed significant improvements in working memory and attention, and also significant reduction in symptoms of anxiety and depression compared to a control group. By visualizing positive outcomes and repeating affirmations, individuals are shaping and changing their brains, creating new neural connections, and reinforcing positive thought patterns. Moreover, incorporating positive intentions and affirmations into the creative process can enhance the impact of neurographic art on neuroplasticity, helping you to shape and change your brain in positive ways, leading to a more satisfying and meaningful life.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very interesting,
Yeah,
and it's proven. It's scientifically proven. And it's very popular in Russia.
Huh.
Yeah, I know. About 5 million people drew this.
Wow.
I know. That's why I'm so excited about
I
this.
bet.
And I'm like, people, it works. That's what I'm telling you. Like when you start to, whatever we're going to do today,
Yeah.
you can draw this thing, put something in your mind, put circles, put some, I show a little bit more since there's nobody here.
Right.
But I have like more slides that I am not, I used to show them before, but not anymore. So anyway, see how our brain meant to be rounded.
Yeah.
And it's all connected. We have no loose ends, right? Even in English they say loose ends, it's not good. Right?
You're not a blockhead.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do now, you have a pen, you have a pencil. So what is your goals and intentions? I put 2 minutes on alarm.
Okay.
I want you to really focus and put 20 or more words, because the thing is, to fire up energy in our brain, you need to push out the words, whatever words come up to your mind.
Okay.
Even though if it can be window, chair, floor, whatever, meal, whatever comes to your mind, doesn't matter. Matter is just ignite, ignite, ignite. But first, of course, you think about your goals and intentions. So maybe you're going to think about Texas, your kids, something like, it doesn't have to be connected. It needs to be single words, like
Oh, just single words?
Yeah,
Oh.
20 words.
Just words.
Words. And you like, whatever your brain give you words, you
Okay.
just write it down. So what happens is, when you put 20 plus words in 2 minutes, then that means you start to really connect with your energies, start to move, and connect synapses start to happen. You will get later, something happen. Like later, if somebody call you, more ideas come, more like information start to come to you. So you basically shake the universe. You start to change vibration. Okay, so you ready? I put alarm. Let's see. Okay, you ready? Go.
Okay.
Start. Forward.
Okay.
Now please count how many words you have. Just approximately. You know what? This is a very good sign. If you go to therapist, the therapist I know who use the same method, they would say your brain work very good. I tell you, your dream come true. Whatever you put in your mind, because you have this really good inner core. Really, this is amazing. Now, please number out 5 words. What's the most important in this list for you? They stick out to you. The most important 5 words. Input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Just it seems like important for you. I was so hungry.
It's weird, it's my first 5 words.
Yeah?
Yeah. Funny.
Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Now we're going to create something. I want to explain to you a little bit.
Okay.
We live in a comfort zone. Look, since we're little kids, we learn those symbols like letters, like all these symbols, right? To understand each other. So you understand me, I understand you. Since we grow up, we born into a system. To break our comfort zone, we need to create new connections.
Right.
Please stay away from those lines, like this, like this. Now I want to talk to your little Elena, who is 5 years old, who have no sense of, like comfort zone. She's totally like creative. She's totally unexpected. Here you go. See, like in the nature. See, nature never repeats itself. It's just a river. The picture example. So please take a pen and do something like this from one side to another, unexpected line, curvy line. Like unexpected. Try not to repeat the line. Try to do something like this. Imagine your little Elaine have the pen, and you like inner mama. Just watch. So she's not go over the table somewhere, but you know what I mean. So just imagine that little girl have a pen. So just try to do this.
Marker, pen?
A marker pen doesn't work. Yeah. So from one side to another, unexpected line. Another example I have here. Imagine this little girl. So imagine this little girl have a pen, and she tried to escape from mama, right? You know what I mean? So something like this.
For instance, like that.
So something like this. Your line needs to be like very, very unexpected. Okay. So again, I put this for you so you can take a look again.
So should I just do it?
Just do it. Just copy this. We have plenty of paper. I give you new paper. It's just practice. Just do it unexpectedly and on the page. On the page from one side to another. Try to be unexpected to yourself. You need to be curvy. Beautiful, beautiful. Very good. See, you unexpected. Another thing also, if you look, just imagine, this is possibilities like, this is like your idea, okay? And this page doesn't have any ends, okay? And line, it's like line of energy. So black color in this method, they call it like, it's a flow of energy. And if you think about this, this flow of energy comes from nowhere. So when you're gonna do your picture, try to take it from outside. Like imagine like the line comes from somewhere you don't even know, but it's from your support. Somewhere from your support. So the line comes and goes somewhere else. So now it's all metaphoric. It's all metaphorical. So next one we're going to do this drawing. So I'd like you to please take a new page and do, like, put it long way and make 5 different circles, different size.
Okay.
5 circles on the bottom.
On the bottom?
So let's do it. Do 5 circles on the bottom. And number them also randomly. Just 5 circles. They can go over each other, it doesn't matter, but you know, whatever, listen to your intuition, okay? And they not have to be perfect, okay? It's perfect not to be perfect here. And please randomly number them.
Okay.
Randomly. Absolutely unexpected even for yourself.
Okay.
Did you number? So now, remember you number your words. So those numbers go with those words. Okay?
So put the words in the circles.
No. It just follow them. But when you in the process, try not to lose these numbers. Because then later on, let's see, number 3 bigger than number 2. What is number 1 for you? Number 1 would be
Financial.
see, it's in your mind. So your subconscious, now we do kind of test with your subconscious talking to you. Okay? Next step is here. So you put big circle on the top. This is you, but when you're ready, solve the problem, solve anything you want. So just make a big circle on top. And then put this triangle, which is, in this method, triangle represent determination, ready to move on. So we figure out how, like your subconscious mind, build this kind of map, how to solve this problem, how to be aligned with those energies, okay? So now you understand the big circle, it's you, triangle, determination, that which is bring all this into. And now, remember this curvy line?
Yeah.
Put this curvy line from kind of bottom up and connect these energies flow from universe to help you to solve this, you know, energies, those vibrations. Put about 4 or 5 lines to connect the circles, triangle, and you know, all this together. And in like send this energy like from bottom, like from you, like kind of connect your pen and send this energy. Like, you know what? I'm supported. It's energies around me. All the signs mean energy flow. So you just kind of connect it and feel it in your body. Now it's not just a drawing. You actually connect your nervous system, your ideas, because you already fired this out. And after you do that, remember you saw a little video how to round the corners?
Yeah.
So and now, see how I do it, I show you. You start to, perfect. About five lines.
5 lines?
Yeah, curvy lines, Yeah, just use a marker. Marker will do that. Don't worry if it's more lines, it's fine. This picture, impossible to make that. It's just impossible. You will see how beautiful it's going to turn out. Perfect. I love your nails, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Was it enough?
Yeah, perfect. So now we round the corner. See how I do it? Round the corner. So you find shape within. Yeah, round it, and only then you fill out the corners.
Okay.
If you feel like it. Remember, you're perfect. Elaine is perfect. Little Elaine is perfect. Not in the way it is. Look, you already have a shape. So you go around. You go around. And you go around. You those words. Think about your future. Think about what you put out. Really now, when you run the corners, I leave you alone for a little bit, because now this process is important that you build new neural connection.
How long have you been doing this?
For about 6 years,
6 years.
but I didn't really teach like I do now. This is maybe my, not maybe, this is my second year doing that.
Oh.
Classes like this. And I love it because I prepare, and you know what I do, like in the end of the class, I invite everybody to my Zoom calls,
Okay. To post the picture.
and I do it on Zoom.
Right.
And on Zoom, I not just do this, I do also emotional image therapy practice. It's very interesting. Did you heard about constellation, family constellation?
No. Constellation, what?
Well, it's amazing.
What is it? What's it called? Constellation?
They call it family constellation, but you can basically do it for anything. You can do it for business, you can do it for your feelings, for anything. So it's very hard to explain. I'll do it with you when we're done. A little bit if you have time.
So where were you born?
Where I born?
Yeah.
I born in Soviet Union, believe it or not.
Wow, so you were born in
And when Soviet Union collapsed, this part of country became a Muslim country. It's called Kyrgyzstan.
Right.
It's close to China, really. We border with China.
Right.
So, but my parents came from Siberia,
Wow.
and I born there.
You were born in Siberia?
No, my parents born in Siberia. So, and I'm native Russian. I don't know any other language, just a little bit English and Russian, because everybody speaks Russian there.
So how did you end up coming here? Your parents came? No, you came by yourself, right? Or were you married?
No,
Married someone?
I was married, and my husband's sister lived in Iowa.
Oh, wow.
So we came there. And, you know, then this accident happens. He passed away, and I moved to Chicago.
What was in Chicago? Why did you end up in Chicago?
Just from Iowa, it was closest big city.
Did you know anyone there? You went by yourself with your 3 kids?
My 2 kids were with my mom, and my youngest were with me. So I basically traveled with my youngest one.
How old was he? 8 year old? Wow, you're brave. took a lot of courage.
I sleep in the car for like few weeks till I found a job.
Slept in the park.
Yeah, with my feet.
How did you do that?
Yeah, I was looking for a job, you know, and nobody wanted to take me and give me a.
You have a 1-year-old. Aren't you afraid for your safety? Their
You know,
safety?
where I come from, compared to America, absolutely safe here.
Yeah.
People super nice.
Did you stay in like a shelter or? Did you-
No, in the car.
Oh, in your car, okay.
Mhm.
But you had to come over in the park somewhere.
No, in my car, and remember, it was no internet. I buy a newspaper every morning.
Well, you were probably looking for a job.
Huh?
You were looking for a job.
Yeah.
What did you do with your child? Was it your son, daughter? Is it your son?
Where?
That you were with, your child, son or, you have 2 boys, right, and a girl? Or 2
I have 3 kids.
Right, 2
Two of my
boys.
kids with my mom. They stay with my mom. In
Are they
Kyrgyzstan.
boys, girls, 2 boys and a girl?
Boy older, boy and girl stay with my mom, and my youngest is son. So I was with my youngest one.
Wow. That's an incredible story. So what did you do when you went on an interview for a job and you had your child with you?
Nobody want me. What can I do?
What did you do?
What do you do? I keep looking.
And you ended up doing
And then I ended up with one very nice lady. She had disabled daughter,
Uh-huh.
and she took me in to live in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so and I live with them and take care of her daughter, and you know, my son was with me, and that was challenging, but I'm so happy they understood, you know, they helped me out a lot. And I had no English. That was crazy. People in America are great.
They treated you good?
Oh yeah, very nice and kind.
Yeah, it's
They give-
amazing how people are, you know, they are really, really great. Yeah, when I was in the church, when I joined that church thing in California, I didn't know anybody. I just showed up. I mean, I had been corresponding with somebody in it, but I had never met anybody. You know, I was on the phone and writing letters. And I went, and I ended up living with a family with 5 children. And I just tried to be as helpful as I could, right? But I ended up in that church, they wanted the women to clean houses. And I was like, what do you call it? So I got a job, and I had gone to school to do graphic arts, and I learned how to run big printing presses to work like in a newspaper, and I got a job, and they told me God didn't want me to do that I needed to, you know, learn humbleness and clean houses. And I was really angry about it. So I thought, well, I'm gonna clean houses. I ended up to the point where I was gonna hire somebody, and I'll create my own business. I started reading books about house cleaning, how to have your own housekeeping business. It's just like then I got sick of it, and I was just gonna leave the church. And somebody, you know, I don't know, said something, and I ended up, one of the ladies in the church worked in an insurance company, and she got me a job, like, as a secretary. Well, she recommended me, so I went in and ended up working for this insurance company. And then I was like, I gotta go back to school and live be here. And then the pastor arranged my marriage to this young man. So I think we should get married now. I didn't know him. We dated like 2 weeks and then we were married.
How old were you?
I was 24. And when I was 25, I had my son. And just did I was always kind of depressed, I think, and sad because I just felt like I wasn't living my life. I was just going along with whatever they said. I tried to do, like, one of the ladies started this like gift shop, so I started painting and selling things in there, and that helped me. And I don't know, you're just, you're busy raising kids. And then the pastor got sick and died, and the church fell apart. My son was 10 at the time, and my husband was from Las Vegas. And he left Las Vegas because he was a gambler and a drug addict and an alcoholic. And he got sober with being in the church. And then as soon as we got out of Dodge, out of California, he went right into addiction. So that was the end of that. But I went back to school. I always go back to school. It's like, oh, school is kind of my safety zone. Like, because I always know if I'm in that education, I'm around good people. They're usually a little smarter and have
Safe.
Yeah, safe. They always, because my dad, it's probably subconscious. So my dad was an educator, even though he was a drinker. He was very, very smart. He created educational programs for the school district. He wasn't just a teacher. He actually developed curriculums to teach people. And he was so smart, but he was so debilitated by alcohol. And he always was like, you're the smart one, you need to go to college. I was always very artistic. I was like, you're never going to make any money doing that. You need to be a teacher. So I did. I became an art teacher. And I never really made that much money, but you know what? I learned to manifest things through meditation. So even yesterday I did meditation, and I was like, some money. And then Scott came home and he was like, here's $300 I won. I'm like, oh, thanks. I had a vision of it already in my head that it was going to happen. It was weird. But I have stuff like that happen to me quite a bit. And I believe my good comes from sources known, unknown. It can come from anywhere and anytime. And I'm open to receive that. A lot of people don't think that way, but I do. And I see miracles. So,
You're in the very right field.
yes.
And see how when you're drawing this stuff and talking and imagining,
It's exciting. And it's like, and I don't want to forget that, when I'm like home and things are falling apart. I'm like, I have to remember all these things that have happened to me. Like I've been able to just do incredible things, and people just gave me all this stuff, and I just put out my creativity. It wasn't like my focus has never been like, I want to make $1 million. All I wanted to do was like do my art, write the story, help you out, help children, and the universe just always rises up and says, wow, we want to help you. Because we need more of that in the world.
yeah, you too. glad you're here. I'm so glad
So
we
glad
talked.
we're connected. Because I was like, I felt that connection when I met you. I'm like, she's so creative and she's doing this thing. And,
What do you think about this class?
huh? I think it's wonderful because you have the research, and I think a lot of people think this stuff is like, especially Americans, are like, oh, it's all woo-woo, and a lot of people have that idea, but I think because of YouTube and because of things on the internet, and people are searching, they're searching for meaning, you know, and everybody's on their freaking phones. No one's talking to each other, and the suicide rate amongst especially young girls is skyrocketing.
Really?
Oh, it's an epidemic. It's a mental health epidemic.
I didn't know that.
And yeah, it's
Crazy.
it's terrible.
You
What's
know what?
happening?
I'm now I do my TikTok almost every evening, and I talk to not many girls come up, but you know, I guess I'm Russian. A lot of girls come up to me on TikTok. Yeah, and you know what I do? I have this tarot angel cards.
Oh yeah.
And I don't do tarot. I don't care, but I pull one card for them and say, you know what is it for you? Because they're all positive.
Yeah.
This card's positive.
Right.
They're all like inspiring, and I have a deck, very inspiring. This is love, this is like, they're not like regular cards. They're very inspiring messages.
Yeah.
And they make a wish. I said, I'm going to talk to you only if you have a wish. Wish that you want to come true. Wish for yourself. And I talked to them about these neurons, about this nervous system.
Neuroplasticity.
Yeah, and you know what? This is,
That's so cool.
I know. And I really want to grow my channel because of that. Because I think it's a very good message. And it's very positive.
It is. And I think that, see, this is the thing, like when I started my art business, which has gone nowhere, it's just sitting there. My husband kept saying, oh, we're gonna do videos, we're gonna do all this stuff, but nothing ever has happened. And I thought, the only time I felt like, and I'm like, why am I not doing this? Because he wants to control it all, you know, and I'm like, maybe I could work with you, like, when I get back from Texas, like, come up with some kind of plan, and, you know, I'd pay you. Like, help me with my business, with that part of it, with the social,
Let's sit together, brainstorm.
with the social media, because
You don't have to wait for that. We're gonna come up with an idea.
yeah, I feel like when I'm in the situation I'm in right now, it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like it just falls apart, like when I start doing it, and then, I don't know, it's just weird, I'm like, okay, I got bust out of this, but one thing at a time. So right now I'm just doing the money thing.
Look what you're doing. What? You're so beautiful. Look at this. Now, please, you know, can you do one thing for me?
What's that?
Make very thick you. You make very, very thick.
Line?
Yeah, like very thick, like, and feel it. This is me. I'm doing that. I'm manifesting whatever I can really feel into it. And put triangle also into it. Triangle determination. Those two, and maybe if you choose something from down there, any circle if you like. But those two for sure. Because this is you send a message for your subconscious, you know what I mean? You send a message for your subconscious. I want you to please connect your gut, your hand, your mind, and say, you know what? Enough is enough. I am go and get it.
Do this.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I have a friend, she's studies the tarot cards in depth. Like, she's involved in some organization based out of LA. So she got me all into it, and I started taking the coursework, and I'm like, this is a lot.
I
can't
don't
put
like it. I
I
don't
put
like
it
it.
on hold for a while till I get through this stuff. But I started like drawing all the tarot cards and painting them, and I try to like pull my cards like once a week, and then I, talk to her about it. But I find it really connects to my study, because I studied art history at college, like all the symbolism, and it really speaks to me, like intuitively. Like I can look at it like, yeah, that's exactly what's going on energetically. Yeah, there's a lot to it.
I create my own deck. They call it metaphoric cards, and it's all animals. So I think they blow this tarot cards, because we are own creators.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know what, to stick to that and learn only this way, I've always been kind of, rebellious to things that you have to do it, you're supposed to go this way. And maybe that's why I have my own.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, that I enjoy
Create your
drawing.
own.
You were just inspired, like, why don't you just do your own? Huh? Your own cards. Why not? Ah, that would be kind of fun project.
Yeah, and you know what, I put one card from the deck. And I say, I'm not going to give you one more card. One card in 24 hours, period. Go and dwell on it.
Right.
Go and think
Yeah, then you're not overwhelmed with
all this information.
there's a lot of things out there. Reminds me of a gumball machine.
So what? You're perfect.
Oh,
You're
funny.
perfect. By the way, I have this I have so many those crayons. So this is not it. You take whatever color it's talking to you,
Okay.
and only one thing in this method they ask you, create flow of the color, kind of little river of the color, or at least like don't stop in one figure, you know what I mean? One shape. Don't stop in one shape. They try to create few kind of flow a little bit. Because each color also have energy, right?
Right.
The line have energy and the color have energy.
So I've been, I always feel like if I could do my art every day, I'm honoring who I really am.
Exactly.
And it's always there. Like when I took the course work in college, like I didn't even, I took fine arts, and because I really wanted to just be an history, because I loved it so much. When I first took my first art history course, I'm like, oh, this is what I meant to do. And I felt it overwhelming when I was in college, so I started doing all that, but a lot of it was, analyzing and writing. And I love to do art in school. Like I did painting and drawing, and so I took fine arts, and I did a couple of classes, and the professor came to me and said, you need to be a fine arts major, and you could do both. And I'm like, I don't know that, but so I started doing that, and I learned a lot. But my concentration was in figure drawing, drawing people, which was interesting, because they said, you can draw hands and feet, and you can draw the.
I cannot draw people.
So I went, oh, okay, well, I started doing that, and then when I got into the religion thing, like when I joined that group, they were telling me I had to get rid of all my figure drawing because they were naked people. So I just threw them all away. I'm like, oh, that's funny, there's a lot of religious art. I love the Sistine Chapel. You know, it's like, what? I don't know. I had to really go through a lot about that. But I feel like I learned a lot of stuff. And it's like, now that I'm doing more of it and trying to focus on what I want, it's like things are coming back to me that I learned. And like it's all there. It's all there.
It's coming even more to you. Maybe I give you some ideas and you just do your own. I'm gonna be staying over you. Nobody stay over me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I create my own.
Well, I think of you. You came here, you didn't know the language, and you lived in your car with a 1-year-old. Ah! I'm not going to California by myself, and that was a big deal. But that's even more a big deal because you had a child to take care of. That's huge. And then you had to leave your other two, and I'm sure you were thinking about them all the
Oh
time.
my God, I was crying. I couldn't.
And that would be so hard.
And not just I was like crying over it. I believe it or not, I couldn't look at the pictures of my kids
No, I bet you couldn't.
because they just tear me apart. I couldn't think about. I couldn't work. I would be like, oh.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like when I left my husband, the first one, with my kids, there were times where I just wanted to walk away from my, like I couldn't handle myself, I couldn't do anything. And I wanted to give up, but my kids always, I kept thinking about them, like, I didn't want to leave them, I didn't want to leave them. And I just hung in there. But there were times where I just felt like just totally giving up, running away, or whatever it was. And I did. I packed all my stuff and I went to Florida with my 2 kids, and I left my son who was going into he was in high school. He was 14. And I was just gonna stay in Florida, and I remember I called him and it's like, you can't just leave me here. You can't just leave. I'm like, so I came back. So I just couldn't do it. And it was a mess, but I went through the divorce and got my teaching credential, and so I didn't want to leave them behind. But it's weird how I'm grateful for my kids because they kept me alive.
Yeah.
They pushed me through some ugly times growing up as a kid, but
I have something I want to show you here. It's like in this method, if you look at the circle, right? Take your attention. So circle meaning wholeness, holistic, heart, spring, divine, life, force, and infinite, right? So, and it's come from sun. It's come from all over in the nature. Then lines, everything connected if you want it you or don't want it, visible or invisible. And look at these lines, everywhere those lines.
yeah, nature.
Yeah, and that's what I use sky usually, clouds for the curvy line. This is like example.
Like her eyes.
a suppressed child, I was like, find your videos, you know, or how we learn to be. We learn to be like this, you know? Yeah, and the guy sleeping, so.
It's like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, or here's the adult, when you have this adult, before inner goddess, I talk about inner adult.
Right.
But now since I talk more about, so, and some little videos here, but really I want to show you, so these little things I want to show you about lines and circles.
Uh-huh.
That's why we come here to, and triangle, I don't have it there, but now it's time to color.
Oh, I'm done, yay.
Yeah. I hope you're not gonna brush.
Uh-huh.
You're not gonna brush?
No.
Okay, good. I will ask for more practice. I need a little bit more practice.
Just as long as you're not in a rush out there. Are they?
We have till 2:00. We have 1 more hour. My daughter just texted me, she wanna come. She said, "Oh, I'm hungry, when you done?" Because she doesn't want to show up. I said,
How-
"Come over."
How old is she?
She's 30.
She's 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, come over, I'd like to meet her.
Yeah, she said she's coming.
Aw. My daughter is 35.
How old?
35.
35.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here you go.
thank you so much. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
And also, if you could get,
I need that.
I need to pay for my,
Okay.
Are we going to pay in full, right? Yeah, we pay in full. I'm so glad you came.
Here you go, hon. Did you want to go, Lex?
yeah, but I want to pay for this.
Oh, I can't help you there. I'll get you. Somebody will come in. I'll send someone out.
Thank you. Wow, someone's having a good time.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone back to the Soviet Union since you've been here?
No, Soviet Union collapsed when I left.
It collapsed.
Yeah, and I never been in Russia.
Russia.
I'm Russian, never been in Russia.
That's interesting.
I wanna go next year.
Oh, I just think that's interesting. Have you ever met Kasha? She's a really incredible artist. She's from Russia. She's a friend of mine.
Cost them home and everything.
No, I'll show you her stuff, it's unbelievable. She trained like at the art academy when she was really young, and she's an incredible artist, but she's got a lot of problems.
Why?
I'd like her to take this class. She's same situation I am, pretty much. Except she had a lot of problems, like with abuse when she lived in Russia. But she's so, like, she sells her paintings for like, $30,000. They're in museums. She's so beautiful. She's so sad.
Yeah, like you said, my class.
It's just sad. I think about, when people like that, they're so talented, and they're so miserable. It's like, until you can learn to love yourself, it doesn't matter if you've got $1 zillion in the bank, or if you've got, Maserati in the garage. Those things are really meaningless.
Usually rich people, they're happier than poor people.
Oh, I agree with that, but I'm saying that people think, like, oh, if I have all this stuff, then I'm gonna be happy. It's not that way. You
That's
have
why
to
they
be
have
happy
it.
within you, that's why you don't have it, right? But yes, I think that most of my friends have a lot of money, and they're very wonderful people, They're extremely generous and very happy. My sister's one of them. Every time she turns around, she's making millions of dollars. She's just like a money magnet. She's so funny.
Yeah.
And she's so happy.
Rich people.
And I just love her so much. And like, I just found out about her 2 years ago. And we're like best friends now.
Oh, that's so nice.
I know. And she's such a blessing to me. She's helping me, get through this. She's like, you can come here anytime and hang out with me. I'm like, oh, I will come. I already came once, just a few weeks ago. I said, you're only an hour away.
Yeah.
I'll come and see you, yes. So anyway, I'm excited to see her. And a wonderful person. And that's funny because we both have the same father. Isn't that incredible?
Mm-hmm.
And yet she never knew my dad, ever.
She was younger or?
No, what happened was, my dad, he was a lifeguard at a pool, swimming pool, in this little town where he lived in Pennsylvania. And he was a handsome young guy, and he,
Made kids.
yeah, he made kids. And he met my mom and impregnated her, and then he had impregnated this other woman, but her husband was just killed in like in an industrial accident at his work, and she was very depressed, and she already had a child, and she said, because this is what, Peggy told me, is that she didn't want people in that town to know. So, I don't know how she hid the pregnancy, but as soon as Peggy was born, she had a friend that had moved to California that could not have children, and she flew out and adopted Peggy. So Peggy's adoptive parents never wanted her to know anything about that, ever. And this is before DNA, so they kept it, from her. But she was very different, like her family that adopted her were all very Italian and dark skinned, and she's very blonde with blue eyes, and she's like, why am I so different? And they're like, we love you, you'll dye your hair when you're older, don't worry about it. But you know, eventually they did tell her she was adopted, but beyond that, you know, they never wanted her to know. So, when she got older, her mom was dying, and she told her the name of the birth mother. And she's like, oh. So she did her, you know, she hired a private detective or whatever and found this woman in Pennsylvania, and she's living in Newport Beach, California. Peggy lives there now. And she found the woman in Pennsylvania, the mother, her real mother. And she didn't want anything to do with Peggy. She said, please don't contact me ever again. You're probably a nice person, I don't have anything to do with you. You know, please leave me alone and don't ever contact anybody else, especially the birth father never knew about you. And she was devastated. Like, she was like,
How old was she?
she was, I think, in her 30s. And then DNA happened like years later, and she put her DNA in, and here I am, and all my siblings. Well, my siblings aren't in the DNA bank. I was the only one in there. And so I reached out to her on the website, and we met, and we hit it off. I mean, we're so alike. It's so weird, that genetic thing. And here we are. Travel together, I go to her house, celebrate birthdays together now. She has no family left, her parents are dead, her adoptive parents. She has one daughter who's gonna be 40. But her and her daughter were like this, they're together all the time. And that's it, she's got her daughter Cassie and her, and that's about it. And here I am, hello. So we're trying to figure it out, you know, our relationship, but it's been good. Her daughter is she's very light and happy. Her daughter's very dark, like goth, wears black. It's depressing around her energy. I just go, oh God, help me to love her. And she was when I first met her, and Peggy, like, she was really angry about it, and she's like, who are you? Why are you here? Like this, she sat on the couch like this. And why am I here? I'm here to meet my sister. Anyway, it was strange, but I just kept trying to love her, and I was just there. They took me to a spa in California, her and Cassie, Peggy and Cassie, my sister Peggy and her daughter. And I kept, no matter how negative she could be, I just kept saying, just sending you love in my mind, like, sending you love, 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 love. Like, that's all I kept doing. And at the very end, we drop her off, and she gives me a big hug. And she goes, Auntie Elaine, I'm gonna tell you I love you. And I went, it worked! It worked.
That's wonderful.
It worked. I was so happy. So, I know what's gonna happen with all three of us, but you know, went out together, and I went to the state fair with them last year. Got fun. But they're really like my only family, because I have family in New York, and that was the family I grew up with, and I'm the oldest of 5. And I left, and I joined a religious group, and they all stayed in the same area, and the same houses, and the same jobs, and the same friends, and they never changed. Never changed. And I'm kind of estranged from them. I've never been able to really reconnect, or I try. My only thing is my brother. He and I have kind of connected, but other than that, my mom's 86, and she's isn't in the best of health. And I've been trying to go like once a year to see her.
Where's she live now?
In Rochester, New York. That's where they all live, in New York. And I live here in Vegas. And they're all very religious, weirdly so. And I don't believe that the way they do. And that's kind of a conflict. Say that like, just believe in Jesus and everything will be all right. Like, I wish life were that black and white. It's not. Because I was like that. I'm like, it's karma payback. It's like, oh yeah, I get it. You know, and I respect they have their beliefs and but I don't believe that way. So I'm in Vegas, they're in New York, we don't talk. Really? Not really, no. We don't text once in a while, like a group text about showing, I don't know, somebody's doing something. What was weird is they were texting about their kids. And like, oh, so-and-so, you know, one of the nieces or nephews is going to do this, or they got into this college. Congratulations, oh, that's wonderful. And all of a sudden I'm like on the group text, I'm looking at the phone numbers, I'm like, wait a minute, that person's not even in this group text, and they're the one, everybody's congratulating them, and they're not even a part of the conversation. It was so weird. So I'm like, do you realize, and then I chimed in, I'm like, you realize that this person isn't even getting these messages. And they're like, oh really? Yeah, you're right. And I'm like, okay, this is strange. You know? I'm like, what's happening here? Anyway, so I went on whatever my niece's or nephew's Facebook page, and I got in the messenger, and I'm like, congratulations on that research paper you did, and I think it's fabulous that you're doing this now. And they text me, they message me back, oh, thank you so much, it was so nice of you. I'm like, what? Why are they not communicating with their own, you know, like nieces and nephews, but through the parents? You know, like sending the parents, but they're not telling the kids. Congratulations, you know, you made it.
They're religious.
It's weird. I was like, what is happening?
I
Like,
don't know.
like, this is so strange that you are not communicating to your own kids how great they are, but you're doing it through the parents. And like, okay.
You never know, you know.
And I'm like, okay, I'm not a part of that system, but there's something to that, because like when they call me, if they ever call me, they won't ask about how I'm doing. They'll ask me how my kids are doing. And my kids, I always say to them, well, I can give you their phone number and you can call them up and or text them, ask them that question. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, I don't talk to them, I mean, maybe, now I talk to them more, but I said, they would probably love to hear from you, and here's their number. You know? Because you know why? Because I left that mentality, and their whole life revolves around that, you know, that world.
Yeah.
And that was a world that I was glad to get away from.
The most important that you're much happier and you know.
I am much happier.
Right?
I am.
I really want to ask if you wanna join my Zoom call. You wanna do that?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Because like I do it every Tuesday, it will be Tuesday evening. But I'm not sure how you know, how you do it. Like it's $99 a month.
Ooh, well, that's not much.
I
You mean for
know.
Zoom?
If you think so, you need to jump in.
What?
If you think this way, you need to jump in. Because no, look, we can wait. I don't wanna really push it. Yeah.
Okay, well, let me think about it.
Yeah, for sure. But I just want to show you what I do here. See, I'm doing class, then I do Zoom call, and I invite people to join the Zoom call, and this way I give more value. And maybe you can copy me, I don't know if you wanna copy me, but, you know, you do your own style and way.
Yeah, I didn't know you
Zoom
could
call,
do that. Sounds great.
yeah, and on a Zoom call, you don't have to pay anybody, you do it from your house, you draw people, but you find something like what I do is they don't charge me for the room, it's free. So I invite people, people come, and they draw, and they decide if they wanna do more.
Cool. Well, I don't know if pay you $99 a month and learn how to do it. Like, I don't
No, of course, yeah, that's why,
You know,
you don't
know,
need that.
I was like,
But I just wanna share with you what you can do.
yeah.
Really? Because listen, you go to Texas. What if you will create something like this and you create the group on Zoom and do it like once a week and charge people?
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I do $99 a month. Okay, people like to learn, people love you, they participate.
Interesting.
What do you think?
I think that I should have been doing that a long time ago. Mainly because, like, so much like what I